October 1st, 1960 will remain a watershed in the political history of Nigeria. The historic lowering of the British Union Jack and the hoisting of the green-white-green national flag on that fateful day marked the end of colonial rule and the beginning of an independent Nigeria, which the founding fathers like Herbert Macaulay, Nnamdi Azikiwe, Obafemi Awolowo and Ahmadu Bello, all of blessed memory, fought hard to achieve as the wind of independence swept through countries in West Africa. At independence in 1960, agriculture played a significant role in the growth of the Nigerian economy. 58 years after, it has been a mixed bag of fortune for the country as a result of the neglect of agriculture, which was the mainstay of the nation's economy.
If you look at the SMART agenda, you discover that the focus is more on agriculture. Most of our programs are geared towards ensuring that the SMART agenda succeeds. They are geared towards ensuring that Delta State is self-sufficient in food production. They are geared towards ensuring that we produce enough raw materials to feed most of our agro-allied industries.
Determined to do away with the monolithic economy that has done the country more hurt than good since oil was discovered in commercial quantity in Oloibiri in present-day Bayelsa State, Governor Arthur Ifeanyi Okowa of Delta State adopted smart initiatives aimed at solving youth unemployment and transform agricultural value chain in the state.
The governor of Delta State is succeeding in using the agricultural value chains to create jobs for youth in Delta State and develop and transform the agricultural landscape.
The initiative focuses on training the youths in different fields of agricultural, personal effectiveness and life skill programs, as well as establish and mentor them in their chosen fields of endeavor.
I'm into tomatoes farm before for my uncle, but not in this aspect. When I got to this extent now, I learned a lot of things. There are some chemicals they gave us. In those days, we don't use it. I don't even know it. But here now, today, after this training, I can go anywhere and start up a very big tomatoes farm.
Each segment here is given to 2 persons per segment. And we had about 4,500 to 5,000 nursery bags that was produced here. So we have already done a nursery here and we have transplanted.
Today, over 3,069 unemployed youth graduates, school leavers, and persons with disabilities have become entrepreneurs.
There is a lot of energy in our youth, and when we are able to harness it to put it to positive thinking, there is no limit, because the sky will not even be their limit.
The Mbiri Rice Cluster Farm, located in the Ika Northeast local government area, is a novel example of what the Okowa-led administration has been able to achieve through youth involvement in agriculture, as Delta State is poised to become a major producer of rice in no distant time.
All of them you see are potential rice farmers. As I talk to you, most of them have rice farms outside what they have here, and they keep multiplying their holdings. I'm very sure that in the next 2, 3, 4 years, the bulk of the rice you will eat in Delta State will be from these trainees and the people that will have taught how to plant and process rice.
Resting on 54 hectares of land, the Mbiri Rice Cluster Farm is strategically located and suitable for rice production. Jude Modi, one of the young rice farmers and a yagapreneur, provides insight into why the site was chosen for rice cultivation during a recent visit by Smart Delta crew.
A team was sent to collect samples, and they did soil analysis. After the analysis, the results showed that this place has a high nutrient capacity. It has ability to retain water, so that informed the establishment of this cluster here.
Predator birds are a threat to rice, especially when it starts fruiting. to prevent the birds picking the rice and destroying the crops, leading to loss of revenue. It's the reason there are high nets surrounding the farms, as well as scarecrows put at strategic points in the farms. Smart Delta Media roving lens caught a broker Elvis ringing a bell and another sounding a vuvuzela on the farms. On inquiry, we discovered these were ingenious ways of scaring away the birds.
We use this one vuvuzela when the bird hear the sound of the vuvuzela, they now fly higher and fly out of the farm.
Oreva Onyunyeoma as well as Moses Akbabo share their perspectives on the commercial value in rice farming.
The price in the market at the moment is 150 per ton. So we're expecting about 9 tons here. So they have given us the assurance that once the harvest is being done, they will come down here, harvest it themselves. They will just make sure we just monitor them. Whatever they do, they will buy it from us immediately.
Nigeria is in the era of agricultural revolution. So all youth putting heads together here, it will really go a long way, helping the youth.
In Degele Sapele local government area, a socio-economic revolution in rice production is brewing. It is a revolution targeted at the youths as the agents of development and vehicle for job creation. Smart Delta Media met Yagapreneurs threshing freshly harvested rice sheaves from the fields. Idigu Oranewoke, Beauty Adibeli, and other young farmers share their life-changing experiences as rice farmers with Smart Delta.
From an hectare, our expected yield is 4 tons from the 2 hectares. So we are expecting 8 tons from the 2 hectares allotted to each of us.
The experience is good, very good and encouraging. If I am given the opportunity, I would like to bring more youth into rice farming because it's a very good experience.
Rice farm is very profitable, very, very profitable.
The Chief Job Creation Officer, Professor Eric Ebo, Raymond Guana, an experienced rice farmer and a mentor to young agripreneurs, explains some of the processes involved in rice production chain.
After the process here, the paddy will be transported to the rice mill and then the process will start. The rice that is going to come out from this whole enterprise is high quality rice. It can be sold anywhere in the world.
They say local rice is sweeter than imported rice. We are leaving the farm today. By Saturday, we'll start to process. This time next week, we will start to eat the rice. So it's fresh from the farm. Every rice imported to this country, and I say on authority, has stayed in the store, wherever it has come from, for a minimum of 3 years. Minimum of 3 years, minimum, before they import it to the country. But we're eating farm fresh rice. You harvest this week, next week you eat. That's why it's better, it's sweeter, and more nutritious.
For the Degele community, the rice farm has brought succor for many homes by the job opportunities it has afforded the youths. Ikefe Ufoma, an indigene of the community and a graduate of crop farming, and others believe that the future is bright for Delta State.
Farming rice, I'm very happy doing it, practicing what I studied in school. At the initial stage, I never knew of those machines that they are using. So seeing them coming to the farm is very, very exciting to me.
I really thank God the work is giving us a little job that we are using to manage ourselves.
Like some women say they not get work to do. Through this rice farm, we get many work to do. This of Sudan us.
Similarly, in Egbokodo Fish Farm, Okwe local government area, the indelible print of the giant strides of the Okowa-led administration in fish production is quite visible. The Egbokodo Fish Farm and the famous Camp 74 Fish Farm, Awai, and others have helped to increase the capacity of the youths to become owners and managers of profitable enterprises.
This Okowa government, he has really tried. The first set, the second set, the third set. I must tell you, each agripreneur, if they should estimate how much they be in a power door, is close to 1 million naira. Understand? Because we calculate the cost of feeds, the fish, the ponds, and everything.
I graduated in 2009 from Enugu State University of Science and Technology. We're doing nothing, but today I'm proud to be a farmer. So, pause out to my governor. Pause out to my governor. Pause out to my governor.
In Owalero, Ika Northeast local government area, A new generation of fish farmers have sprung up. The farms have been set up with modern fish farming techniques for greater productivity and efficiency. Today, they have success stories to tell.
The pond we have here is a new technology, and it added to the advantage of the fish industry. There's a roof over it, and some of us, even when we came, when there is rain, we can as well feed our fish. We don't have any kind of disturbance.
The tarpaulin technology, actually, the good thing about it is that in terms of the quantity of fish you put in, it is easier for you to monitor because at every point in time, you can easily know their size or how they are growing.
The good reports continued as Smart Delta Media also paid a visit to the Buzo fish farms. The young fish farmers had nothing but commendation for the government.
Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa has indeed contributed immensely to the growth of my life and that of my family. I am indeed very grateful. I am very, very much grateful.
The government have helped us. I will put it in that way, that they have helped us in giving us 3 tarpaulin pond feed. Then they are still paying us 15,000 naira per month for our stipends.
Through empowerment, widows' welfare have received a boost in the state as several hundreds of widows have been empowered to own businesses of their own, while many still have been enrolled in the state's compulsory health insurance scheme. This is without prejudice to monthly stipends paid out by government to them.
If you come for second time again, go enter. Because since we get governor, we never get kind governor when they take care of widow. Same if we sick, we go etc. And he go pay us money every month. So go bless and go carry on. Anything we like, he go bless and for we.
I thank God for Okowa that remember widows, because they have never remembered us before, but now they have remembered us. God bless him.
In the same vein, several women under the Women Empowerment Skill Acquisition Program WESAP have been trained in the profitable use of industrial chemicals such as soap making, Vaseline production, insecticide, perfumes, powder, and many more. In the area of food technology, the women received training in the entire pastry chain. The training, which lasted for 4 days, also witnessed the presentation of starter packs. Some of the women speak out about their hopes and expectations.
Train us how to bake cake and how we can make our whole juice. When our governor is going to do his birthday, this is the one that I'm going to use to bake cake for him.
Thanks to the governor we have now, he's indeed a good man. Not every man we think of his state first.
With this empowerment they've given us, I'm going to be able to do something on my own and be able to stand on my own. I'm going to be able to finance certain things on my own and also empower others.
Flora Alata, Executive Assistant to the Governor on Women Mobilization and Empowerment, who anchored the program, explained the philosophy behind the government's policy of empowerment.
Since he became the governor of Delta State, he has so much passion for the women. So we are not just training them, empowering them, and just leaving them. We are there to mentor them.
As the days go by, more and more people are taking up vocational jobs as a career after hands-on training by government in areas of their interest. The likes of Kate Joy and Obia Julu, who are into fashion and designing and hairdressing, share their experiences.
Since I finished my 1 month refresher and they gave me my starter pack, things has been so good. At least I can eat 3 square meals a day.
Business is moving well, and so much thank God because I get many apprentices since I started.
Little Genesis, Obia Julu's 9-year-old son, had something interesting to say.
I want to thank God, partnering my mommy for empowering her. Thank you, Daddy Okowa.
The massive infrastructure investments in the 6 technical colleges and vocational training schools in the state by the Okowa-led administration has helped in great measure to make teaching and learning more conducive for pupils and rekindled interest in technical skill acquisition in the state.
So much thank God for this new system that our governor, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, have provided. And in this session we are now, we no longer deal with writing. We deal with computer.
Technical education is very good. Yes, I'm giving a lot of things. So it's where I'm in another school. They have not taught me how to mix cement, to boil, to mix the sand. So as I come to this school now, I learn many things from it.
The knowledge I acquire here is more than those that I said on high secondary school. Like now, to be an automobile engineer, yeah, I already have the knowledge of being an automobile engineer. Now, if I go to university straight now, is that I won't straight the teacher talking about the automobile system. I know what they're talking about.
With a robust micro, small and medium enterprises subsector now in place and skilled manpower to drive the economy, the Okowa-led administration has turned its attention to providing an enabling environment for our private sector-led economy to strive by setting up the Delta State Investment Development Agency backed by law, signing into law a bill that protects genuine investors and landowners from land speculators, and the introduction of Fast Track 90, which makes it possible to obtain a CFO within 90 days.
There is a lot of potential in land administration. It's also a very good avenue for government to generate revenue.
One of the important things we must do is to document our natural resource endowments, identify our cooperative and competitive advantages, and leverage on this, harness them to be able to attract investment.
Welcome to Delta State, the big heart. Come, live, invest, and explore the potentials of our Delta.
The institutional framework has boosted investors' confidence in the state and has attracted high-impact private sector investments along the agricultural value chain. The establishment and development of oil palm plantation and processing plants in Akukwigbo, Oshimili North local government area, is one of the direct upshot of this initiative.
Generally, government is trying to encourage more people to go into agriculture because the returns are not only very good, there's also a lot of prospects for employment of people. So it's an area where a lot of people should think about, and we have definitely thought about it.
One beautiful thing about the oil palm business is it employs people across all skills and gender. It doesn't discriminate. Whether you are a skilled worker or you are an unskilled worker, you can find employment in the oil palm business.
Also, the clearing of 50 hectares of land to construct a modern tanker park in Warri to ease the long hours spent on the road by commuters and business owners as a result of the indiscriminate parking of tankers and heavy-duty vehicles along the PTI road are clear indication of the Okowa-led administration's commitment to making Delta State an investment haven.
We are just starting now clearing because we have an ultimatum, a target that we must meet within 6 to 8 months. You can see we are clearing. We are doing the clearing now, which is the phase 1 of the job. And we have gone at least 80% of the clearing.
The administration has also invested in infrastructural upgrade of the Asaba airport with the rehabilitation of the runway, which is reputed to be one of the longest and the best in the country, and the taxiway big enough to accommodate both the Boeing 737 and 747 series.
The quality of the runway is second to none now.
We are very, very impressed. After going around, we have seen a lot of work has been done on the runway, and we believe that will meet the international standard and best practices.
In the area of roads construction, the Okowa-led administration has surpassed the expectation of many Deltans. Today, 308 roads have been awarded for construction, reconstruction and rehabilitation, with some of the roads located in the bowels of the Atlantic Ocean.
When you go around the state, you can see the deliberate efforts in ensuring that we do not just construct roads, but we construct quality roads that will stand test of time. And we have been carrying out construction, reconstruction, and rehabilitation of roads across the state to ensure that goods and services, including human beings, are transported on roads that are safe and of high quality.
The massive roads construction program of the Okowa-led administration has attracted the attention of the Sovereign Wealth Fund, who in conjunction with the Delta State government is building 650 housing units of 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom flats along the Asaba-Benin Expressway. This is in addition to the Ila Housing Estate project, which the Okowa-led administration is developing for civil servants and interested Deltans.
Delta State government provided the land for the project, and they are partnering with us in selling to Deltans and general populace. The project is on a landmass of about 30 hectares, but for the first phase we are developing 22.5 hectares. That's the 650 units. We're going to have, the general infrastructures. We are going to have the road, the electricity. We're going to have water treatment. There's going to be shopping complex. We're going to have the recreation area for the kids and everybody.
In the hospitality industry, the favorable investment climate has attracted several hotels and recreation centers into the state, including the recently commissioned Mandarin Chinese restaurant located in a very cozy environment where Deltans interested in cross-cultural cuisine are welcome.
For this Chinese Mandarin to be here, because I know they're in Lagos, it shows that we're creating an enabling environment for businesses to thrive.
We found out that in Delta State there's a lot of investment opportunities, and then we can create some jobs opportunities here as well, and then to promote different food culture.
Being an investment-friendly state, the moribund Alaja Steel Complex, now known as Premium Steel and Mines, is now back on stream, providing employment to several thousands of Deltans in the steel and mines industry.
Once this place is up, a lot of jobs will be created, direct and indirect jobs. And that is exactly what it stands for, prosperity for all.
The whole essence of establishing this company is to ensure that we take people out of the road and then to give a facelift to the entire environment and equally Nigeria in general.
Due to the plethora of private sector businesses that are springing up in Delta State, private energy providers have also joined the fray. In Ekrokbe, Ughelli South, a private firm is partnering with the community to build a power plant to supply power to interested business outlets and Deltans. This is without prejudice to Proton Energy Limited and Energy Mix, two private sector initiatives that are doing their bits to enhance power supply in the state.
Smart Delta.
The active participation of Zenith Bank and UBA, two leading private sector concerns in the beautification of Asaba and other cities, have improved the beautiful serene and nightlife in the state. This is in addition to the presence of ShopRite, which has added to the aesthetic beauty and business opportunities in the state.
We appreciate this kind of investment because it's adding value to lives here. The standard of products they are selling here. So a lot of all that lives in diaspora, when we come around, we can actually come in here and get whatever we want. So I must say that this investment is worth it.
Also, the imposing structure in the mechanic village being built to serve as a business hub for all artisans and spare parts dealers in the South-South and Southeast regions is another milestone of the Okowa-led administration.
We are doing it because we want to partner with him in this smart agenda to enrich people, to make sure that everybody is carrying along. His vision and our own vision conforms together. That's why we choose to start from Delta here.
The drive to make Delta State an investment hub will come to naught if there is no peace in the state. Mindful of this, the Okowa-led administration has invested heavily in promoting peace and peaceful coexistence by setting up several conflict resolution committees to ensure that towns and communities coexist peacefully.
The advisory council that helps the governor have dealt with a number of intercommunal and intra-communal peace processes.
If you look at Delta State,
through the governor, we've been able to stabilize peace in the state, and peace has come to reign. And that is giving us a new way in having investors coming into the state.
The accumulation of all this was visible when Deltans took to the dancing floor on August 27, 2018 in a colorful ceremony.
Mine is to continue to work with the people. As long as you work with the people and realize the importance of your people, you can definitely grow in all heights. Our people have been the strength. We know that God's grace is upon us as a state.
You better run, come to Delta State. Come and see the good things where Okowa they do. You better run, come to Delta State. Come and see the good things where Okowa they do. I see your job and work creation in Delta. Make the youth say them highlight Okowa. I see good roads everywhere in Delta. Make the people say them cola. Come live in Delta. Say me I say, come invest in Delta. Come explore the potentials of our state.